Carl and Damon here from Brrraains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial.com for sure, and it's they made what into a movie just in time for roughly the release of the high-budget, extremely hyped-up Mario Brothers movie. We're going back to the very bloody start, and we really are, to talk about Super Mario Brothers, the great mission to rescue Princess Peach, a 1986 Japanese animated adventure comedy film based on the 1985 Super Mario Brothers video game. So yeah, the Mario you know now and would later know doesn't apply here. No. There was one game and it was literally the first.
Yep.
So that's what they're basing it off. Directed by Masami Hata, written by Hideo Takahashi, and produced by Masakatsu Suzuki and Tsumasa Hatano. Probably butchering those names, but there you go.
Yeah.
So, in 1986, obviously Mario was quite popular. It had become quite popular. The game was very, very well done. So, Group of Productions collaborated with Nintendo to produce this anime film. Hilariously, this film was all about advertising more than anything else, including in the actual film in a very random moment, which made me laugh my head off.
Yep.
So the advertisement: Mario phone cards, watches, rice containers, ramen noodles, manga, art book, 3 riddle books, picture book, an original soundtrack on vinyl and cassette, all about merchandise. It is one of the first 2 films to be based on video games. So, but why? Right, so you might be thinking, what do you mean one of the first 2? Why is it not? Which is the first?
Yeah.
This is interesting. Because along with Running Boy, Star Soldier's Secret, which I guess we'll get to eventually, they were released on the same day. The 2 first ever video game movie adaptions were released on the same day. Now, I'll imagine hours would be the difference here. So which was released at 4 p.m, which was released at 6 p.m. That one at 4 was the first ever. But that doesn't really, it doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
So this is one of 2 that was released on the same day, making them both the first ever video game movie adaptions.
Wow. Cool.
So we really are going back.
Is that 86? Bloody hell.
86.
Wow.
It also predates the live-action Super Mario Brothers film, which of course we've covered in this series, by 7 years. It was released in theatres across Japan on July 20th, 1986. VOP Video later released the film on retail VHS and Betamax in Japan, but there has been no international releases on DVD or Blu-ray. So how did we watch it? This wasn't done illegally, we're going to tell you, because it's a fact. In July 2021, Carnival released a 16mm film scan on YouTube and announced that fan restoration group Kinko Video will restore it for 4K, which was released April 16th, 2022. You can watch that on YouTube for free. 4K restoration with fan dubbing, which we have to talk about. Look, incredible work to do this, people.
Yes.
Really is. But a lot of the dubbing is well suspect here. Some of it I don't mind. Don't mind Mario, Luigi, and Peach. Do not like Koopa's voice.
Nope.
Do not like Toad's voice. And do not like the songs.
Nope.
At all. Even though they get stuck in your head.
Absolutely, yeah, stuck in your head, absolutely horrible, yeah. But I said I watched this twice. I watched it, the dubbing one, and then I watched the Japanese version one.
Which was better for you?
The Japanese version one.
Why?
Just because it just sounds more, it just sounded better.
More natural, okay.
Yeah, it sounded more natural. Obviously, it was subtitled.
Yeah.
But it just sounded more natural, and the way the way it's done in Japanese, it just makes more sense.
Okay.
You know, it's like watching Battle Royale in English than Japanese. Yeah, you have to watch in Japanese.
Right, okay. I didn't watch it in Japanese. I only watched the dubbed version. Yeah, and it's a weird film. It is an unusual film. Of course it is. It's a Japanese anime films from 1986. There's going to be some oddities. However, when I contrasted this to Mario's rival, Sonic, the 1995 or 1996 OVA, and some of the weirdness in that, the sexualized content and stuff like that. Mario doesn't have anything like that.
No.
He's got a few moments where you're a bit like, that's a bit weird.
Yeah.
But nothing on that scale. This is still, I think, squarely aimed at children, but weirdly more complex than you might think.
Yeah, it was a bit odd.
And what I thought was quite funny is the story of this, with Koopa wanting to force Peach into marriage, is the angle that not only Mario games will have used several times over, but it's the major angle and story beat of Super Mario Odyssey, the last major Mario game to come out on Switch.
Oh, really? Okay.
So, you know, it's always been now. I mean, you could argue that's been Koopa / Bowser's goal since day one. But here, he's a little weird about it, I think. We'll get to him. Because bear in mind as well, this is predating Bowser when it became known. The lizard became known as Bowser.
Yep.
Back then, it was King Koopa. So, we start with Mario playing a game on his Famicom late at night, which of course is the Japanese name for the Super Nintendo. Wait, is that right? Was Famicom a separate system? I can't actually quite remember that. I think Famicom might be a separate system, but it was only released in Japan. He's really focused as Luigi comes in to give him some tea. Mario's game ends and his TV goes weird. He sees a woman, which turns out to be Princess Peach, on the television screen, crying for help from enemies attacking her. She escapes by jumping out of the TV, alright, followed by the enemies from the game that run around the room as Mario looks on shocked. Yeah, alright, you already know it's weird.
Yep.
Okay, I've got some real Demons 2 vibes here. Jokes.
Hey, cut that out! Cut that out!
King Koopa then appears on the TV and follows her out. Mario fights him as Peach cheers him on, but he is defeated and Koopa catches her and goes back into the TV with her. Mario then shakes the TV trying to get Koopa to come out as Luigi comes in wondering what all the bloody noise is. Mario tells him what happened and Luigi laughs and tells him to find her in his dreams, not believing him and thinking he just fell asleep and dreamt about it. Mario then discovers a small necklace that Peach left on the floor and it's quite clear that he's fallen in love with her quite soon. We then get the opening titles and the song. I mean, it is something. Dookie Dookie Do It. Dookie Dookie Do It. Right, the problem is this. And I mean, no disrespect because, hey, you did what you could do. You were dubbing and all that. It's just the person can't sing.
Yeah.
The person can't sing, that's it.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, it's that, as simple as that. Do you know, overall, what vibe do you think you got from this at this stage? For me, see if it matches up to you. I felt like I was watching something that was in line with the Zelda TV show back in the day.
Yeah,
that one that we covered so long ago.
Oh yeah, that
You know?
yeah.
Excuse me, princess.
First 10-15 minutes, I was interested.
Yeah, I was interested.
I was interested. I was like, okay, well, where are we going? Yeah, I said to you before we started filming that I quite like the fact that they used quite a lot of the elements
from because throughout there are constant music, sound effects from the Mario game.
Yeah.
You know, the things you would recognise, coins, the sound of like going down tunnels, all of that, the cues, even like when at the end when he gets the star, dun, 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 you know.
As you said, I watched both versions, but the song in the Japanese version is much better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's much better.
Is there's a voice?
It's like, obviously it's a Chinese woman singing it. But yeah,
Japanese woman.
Sorry, Japanese woman. Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's fine. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to go back and watch it, but you never know. We might cover it some way in the future.
Yeah, jokey, jokey, jokey to it. I am the master of rock and roll. I'm a super mega rock and roller. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy rock and roll. Come with me, girl, and rock and roll. We'll win the fight and leave them all behind. Yeah, jokey, jokey, jokey to it. We'll be together and rock and roll.
The next day, he and Mario and Luigi are working at their grocery store.
Yeah.
That was weird. I guess they're not plumbers yet. I don't know if that's a thing that's established later on.
That's what I was thinking too, because obviously Luigi's not wearing his green outfit either. He's
No,
wearing
no.
blue and yellow one.
Yeah, because he was only ever really player 2, wasn't he? And that
Yeah.
was the colour that was in the original one.
Yep.
So to me, that matched up nicely. It didn't make me go, that's weird, or
Yeah.
anything like that. But Mario can't stop thinking about Peach and the necklace. A woman comes in wanting to bake a cake, and Mario gives her all the wrong items. I did laugh at that.
Yeah.
Because he's so distracted and she storms out. Luigi, now noticing the necklace, claims the jewel in the necklace is said to lead its owner to the Mushroom Kingdom, a supposed land of treasures. And he shows him these details in a book. So, what? Where did he get all that information from? Okay, fine,
Yeah.
all right. Mario wants to go, but doesn't know how to, so makes a phone call. I could not work out. He says, I'll call so-and-so.
Yes.
I went back several times over, but the dubbing's not good here.
No.
And I could not work out who he said he was calling.
Even in the Japanese version, it doesn't tell you.
Oh!
And it's literally,
In the subtitles, it doesn't say who with the name.
No.
Okay. Well, the person on the other end says that they're coming to pick him up. And directly afterwards, a small dog-like creature called Kippy Dango wanders into the store and snatches the necklace from Mario, prompting him and Luigi to give chase. All to that Dookie Dookie Do It rock song. Dookie Dookie Do It. It's, that. And we get a lot of these transitional sort of scenes where they're moving across land throughout the film. Eventually they arrive at a pipe, Mario falling down at first and followed by Luigi. This leads them to a dark place where the necklace is given back and they meet an elderly, bearded hermit. Discovering that they're now in the Mushroom Kingdom, the brothers get excited about riches and dance, not listening to anything he says. This is quite funny. They're constantly cheering over everything, but not paying attention because he explains they're now in the Mushroom Kingdom, which is being ravished by King Koopa and his army.
Mushroom Kingdom?
Did you say Mushroom Kingdom?
I mean the Mushroom Kingdom, also known as the Treasure Kingdom? Alright. Hey! We are rich! We are rich! We are rich little bosses! Hey!
You see, in the neighboring Metal Kingdom, there's a bad dragon king named Koopa.
Koopa, bad dragon king! Koopa, oh so cool!
He's still bitter because Princess Peach refused to marry him, so he took it out by trashing our kingdom and kidnapping her.
Trash the kingdom, kidnap and marry Princess Peach!
Angry that his marriage proposal was spurned by Peach, Koopa is turning the citizens into inanimate objects and plans to force Peach into marriage on, randomly, Friday the 13th. I thought that was weird.
It was weird,
He asks the brothers to rescue her and stop Koopa, revealing a legend that claims the Mario brothers are destined to defeat Koopa. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Angry that she's going to be forced to marry, Mario goes mad, turning into like a Mexican bandito briefly, and insisting that he will save her. Things like this is just where you're like, Japanese people are weird.
Yeah, it's just it's typical over-the-top Japanese.
It's just weird, you know? The hermit then tells them they need to find 3 magical weapons to overcome Koopa. The mushroom, the flower, and the star. I was like, okay, that's cool. That links all nicely together.
Yep.
Mario and Luigi head off. The latter happy to hear that he can take as many gold coins as he wants, which is basically Luigi's stick throughout his entire movie, is just trying to get coins and losing them constantly.
Yeah, it's quite funny.
And the hermit also sends Kipidango with them. Their quest is part montage, done to a different version of Dookie Dookie Do It. Eventually, after stopping for the night and realising that they're starving, Luigi starts to think about eating Kipidango, which was dark, but the dog bites him. Some Goombas now arrive and offer to show Luigi where to find mushrooms, so he heads off while Mario sleeps. So these Goombas are kind of like goons of Bowser, Koopa, trying to kind of put hurdles in Mario and Luigi's way.
Trying to get Luigi to do some mushrooms, man.
Yeah, trying to get him high. Because shortly after Mario wakes and he and Kipidango give chase, finding Luigi off his face with a handful of mushrooms. This was like, okay, he's high. Yeah. He's eating some bad mushrooms. Because apparently he's eating laughing mushrooms, something Mario's just able to identify, but fine.
Yep.
He ends up eating some crying mushrooms and then starts crying. Mario realizing that he finds a normal one, he can turn it back to normal.
These mushrooms are delicious. You have some too.
Oh no, these are laughing shrooms. Hey, snap out of it, Luigi.
Ah! Ooh, ooh.
Huh?
However, he ends up giving him an anger mushroom and Luigi then attacks him, punching him in the face several times. He's like, okay. And that follows Luigi going through all the emotions. What did you get? I'm not saying this game was inspired by this scene, but this was very reminiscent of a game called Tomba/Tombi.
Yeah.
And a section in that game where you have to go through like a mushroom area with flowers, and some will make you laugh, some will make you cry, and that.
I remember actually,
Yep, indeed. However, Mario is then grabbed and carried away by a huge flying turtle that tries to feed him to his young. This is where this film goes off the chain weird.
Yeah.
Really weird. Mario makes them laugh by feeding them laughing mushrooms, and the mother leaves. Mario ends up getting some sleep with the birds as the mother returns with Luigi and Kipidango. The young birds try to eat them. Mario pretends they're poisonous, pretending to bite Luigi and eat him and say he's gross. And the mother goes off to find more food. And I just was like, this is mental.
Yeah, this completely lost me at this bit.
Yeah, I was just like, I didn't get it. I mean, I know keeping up and understanding it's going to be difficult at the best of times, but this was weird. Angry now about being called rotten by Mario, Luigi tries to storm off but finds out they're really high up. Mario suggests, hey, maybe we try climbing up higher to get down. Okay, all right. But Kipidango draws their attention to the mushroom weapon they need, which is high up, kind of encased in a crystal.
Yep.
So, happily, conveniently, it's up there.
Yep.
Mario climbs, isn't able to get it, just. Luigi is happy as coins come spitting out of the hole it leaves. Mario, Luigi and Kipidango all fall, but are saved by the flying kids and end up landing softly in a bed of mushrooms. They are then visited by Toad, who reveals he is a friend who was... See, no, I wrote he here.
Yes.
Because... I mean, I guess Toad's anthropomorphic. There is no sex either way.
Yeah.
But I just presumed he here, particularly as the voice is very much a young child.
Yeah,
a
definitely.
really young child. And he was trapped in the crystals surrounding the mushroom by Koopa. Thanking Mario gives him the actual weapon. So they have one item.
Thank you for freeing me from Koopa's magic. I am a servant of Princess Peach. I am Toad.
Princess Peaches?
Come on, friends, let's thank them.
They're back on the road as we get the song again. And along the way they deal with the occasional enemy and Mario shows off what the mushroom weapon can do, which basically makes him big.
Yeah, big, yeah.
Exactly what we thought. Next, they arrive at a signpost to run into the Goombas who are trying to stop them. They are convinced to take the garden path to hopefully find a flower weapon. I mean, you didn't need to be convinced to do that. If you need to find a flower weapon and there's a path saying garden,
in the garden, yeah.
probably going to go there.
Yep.
Once there, they find the flowers are alive, though, and get attacked as the fragrance seems to make them sleepy. They're able to escape, though, Mario using pepper at one stage that he has in his pocket, and watches the entire flower area sinks behind him. They're then attacked by Lakitu, who is angry that they destroyed his flowers. His voice is so annoying.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And he will not shut
No,
up.
it's constant.
Will not shut up.
How dare you? How dare you destroy my cute little flowers?
Cute little flowers?
You mean those man-eating monsters?
That's right. I meant to lure you here and feed you to my cute little flowers.
What? But we're not prey.
Nobody eats us unless we say so.
Animals of prey have no right to speak rudely. Pie and pie and pie, pie, pie.
Mario and Luigi laugh at him as he misses, but he reveals some weather effects from his cloud that turn to spiky balls into dangerous turtles. The brothers and Kipidango run away, chased by the creatures as Lakitu laughs, and it looks to be all over, but a growing tree sends him soaring into the sky out of danger. These are all game reference stuff.
Yes.
That's one of those like plant ladders.
Beanstalk thing,
Beanstalk, yeah. Lakitu celebrates, but doesn't realise he's talking to Mario. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, it was
he's
funny,
like, yeah, I beat him, and he's talking directly to Mario. When he does, he tries to fly off, and Mario gets his cloud, though. He then uses it to rescue Luigi and Kipidango, eventually, who are under attack by using snow to cover the creatures and freeze them. It's a long sequence, this one, where he's trying to get used to the controls and all that. But it works out all right. The cloud then disappears, the sun comes out, and Toad appears, revealing that they have broken Koopa's spell, gives them the flower weapon, and then kisses Mario in the cheek.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. Now, I don't think for a second that this was this forward thinking in 1986. I think Toad is now supposed to be a goat.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Yep,
Right.
Yeah.
Dookie do it again as they travel to find the last weapon. The Goombas try to stop them again with coins, and the brothers follow the trail in a cave, even though Kipidango tries to warn them. Didn't get this. Mario's had no interest in coins at this stage. Why suddenly he like, oh, coins?
Yeah.
Didn't get it at all. Luigi already got it right. Luigi's following the coins. Mario was like, Luigi, where you going? And gives chase. And that's how they both get trapped.
Yeah.
Because they find gold nuggets and Luigi cries in joy. Yes. However, they're then sealed in by the Goombas who tease them from another side. Mario tries to bargain with them, but they refuse and reveal that the wedding is tonight. So it's Friday the 13th, apparently.
Oh, but we cannot do that. Entrance into the Forbidden Gold Mine is a severe crime.
Sorry about that. It's our fault. But please let us go. We need to rescue Princess Peach.
That reminds me, the special wedding between Princess Peach and King Koopa is tonight. It's sure to be a beautiful and sacred ceremony. And with this, we should get a huge reward, too.
What?
A Hammer Brother is now revealed as a god, and the Goombas leave. Mario breaks down in tears while Luigi continues to mine for gold. And all I was thinking was like, there's your escape. You've got a pickaxe.
Yep. I don't know. I don't get what his obsession is with gold, though.
I think it's just to give him something to do,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
Collecting coins from the game more than anything else. It's so silly. It's so over the top at times, animation-wise, that I just don't care that much either.
Do you think they basically, obviously Mario is the main character, and obviously in the first game he was the main one too, so Luigi
Of course.
he's more of a side character.
They may not even know what to do with him. I don't even know, did Luigi have a name in the first Mario game?
No, I don't think he did.
I can't remember that at all. It's been a while since I played that. But yeah, you needed to give him something to do and all that. Put it this way, he's such a secondary character. Whenever Mario does something, like with Toad and all that,
Who's like that?
it's not thank you Mario, brothers. It's thank you Mario.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you Mario. Even Peach, oh, Mario rescues me. The other one might be alright. At Koopa's castle, Peach prays to be rescued as Koopa comes along and So this is where we get Koopa's voice.
Yeah.
They've gone with this really odd, softly spoken, almost kind voice where he's just like, hi Peach, it's really nice to see. And you're like, it's so weird. Because when he gets angry, it's better.
You want a deep, aggressive voice. That's
Yes,
what
you would get from Bowser later on, really. But what's really odd is that he's being really nice to her, asking what kind of dress he wants. And I was like, is he genuinely in love with her? Don't get me wrong, that doesn't change the fact he kidnapped her and all that.
No, of course.
But it's still like, it's a little bit weird.
Yep.
She berates him and demands he play dress up with her.
Please don't make such a mad face. Cheer up, okay?
Then let's play dress up. Change it to something amusing for me.
Oh, please. I'm busy enough with preparations for the wedding.
No, I must play dress up or I'll be upset.
Oh, okay. If it's for you, Peach, sweetie.
He initially refuses, but she says it'll make him happy. So he turns into a scarecrow first, because apparently he can transform. It's not dress up, he can transform. Turns into a scarecrow. Then a hippopotamus in a dress, which is a weird one, before a teddy bear. Peach now takes advantage and locks the teddy bear because it's small inside a box and thinks, yeah, she's got him. But immediately he just busts out and he's angry. I was like, okay, well, that was pointless. He reminds her that she can't escape, but she swears, she is swearing on the altar of Mario. A guy she literally just met briefly before. Mario's going to come rescue me. I hope he comes up. You just look, like, it's not like they had a relationship before this.
Love at first sight, eh? I
No, that's not for her.
No.
It's not for her. It's for Mario, but not for her. Because you'd think, considering what she reveals at the end, what's revealed at the end, she'd be asking somebody else to come rescue her.
Yes.
Okay. Koopa then tells her that Mario's been captured, but she refuses to believe it. Not my Mario. Oh, you don't even know the guy, you weirdo. In the cell, Mario's thinking of Peach and imagines them together with a song called Adieu, My Love. Mario in his dreams fails to notice that Luigi has a shovel. Luigi apparently has a shovel now and is digging out. Mario ends up in his dream where he thinks he's kissing Peach, kissing the Hammer brother, who came along to look in the door, wondering what the noise was. It's very silly.
Yeah, it's very silly,
But they just play dumb and escape at the tunnel that Luigi dug. They are pursued and the Hammer brother throws hammers at the moment, but eventually it dislodges a rock and is knocked down to the sea. Luigi cries as he reveals his gold coins turn into rocks. I don't know, whatever.
Yep.
He pours them into the sea, but Mario notices the star weapon is amongst them. He goes after it, followed by Luigi, who can't swim, and underwater sees the star. Before we can get to that, underwater enemies attack. So this is the underwater section of the game. Mario and Kippadango are beaten up a bit but survive and find a star in an oyster. It closes, so they come up with the idea of having Kippadango play the guitar and Mario dance like a ballerina to get inside. We're like 3/4 of the way through this.
Yeah.
It was weird. I'll be honest, I was glad it was weird.
Yeah.
Because it was more interesting because I was like, I wonder what level of madness they're going to come up with next.
Yeah.
Oh, they still have more to come.
Yep.
It works, but Mario's now trapped inside until Kippadango reads what appears to be an instruction book and tickles it underneath and it spits Mario out. Because I couldn't work out what book he was reading. And then what he did. But then I noticed he goes under its, I guess its chin is.
Chin, yeah.
I was like, so was that like an instruction manual? Is that like an on-the-nose reference?
Yeah, sort of like when we buy the game, the book inside, maybe.
Yeah. Very, very strange. They're then chased by a cheap hiding in a sunken ship where it ends up floating back to the surface. Not before they're attacked by a squid, though. They escape, rising out of the water, flying near Luigi and picking him up. The song Crystal Ball is then sung as they float through the sky towards Koopa's castle. They have all 3 weapons now. And it's like, this film is mental.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Entertaining, though. I will say entertaining.
Yeah. I mean, I like to see the squid stuff from like Mario.
Of course, they're all Mario enemies.
Yeah, brilliant. Obviously.
They've probably got actual names. I know Cheep Cheep is the fish, and I only know that because Mario says that's a Cheep Cheep.
And the boat, I'm guessing, is a reference to like either the money boat or like the boat where the boat where obviously at the end of each world you've got to fight the kind of boat in it. Possible that
the boat.
You know when you're like Mario 3 when you're like.
But listen, no. This is a year after Mario 1.
Yeah,
Mario 3 hadn't even been made.
So.
In fact, Super Mario Bros. 2 hadn't even been made.
The money boat, maybe.
Money boat? I don't know what. I don't know. I think it's just I don't think it's necessarily a reference to anything in the game. I know you're referencing. You're talking about like the Bowser world.
Yeah.
Where you have that, but that's too.
Boats,
that's like 90. That's later on.
Yeah,
that's later on. Yeah.
What awaits for good or ill? We will watch and wait and see. What will come of our love? What is our destiny? It's what we want to know.
Anyway, they arrive at Koopa's castle just as the wedding has started. Mario's desperation to get them faster sees him spin the boat round and round, trying to turn the wheel. Inside, it looks less like a wedding and more like a cult meeting. I thought it was very cultish.
Yeah.
Peach is getting some makeup and has put a veil on. She looks like a clown. Comedy.
Yep.
Storming off, she arrives in the hall and Koopa puts him in a seat. Peach has given up hope as the priest arrives to marry them. Mario and Luigi are trying to row to get there faster. Did laugh at that. The wedding is underway as Koopa says, I do, but Peach refuses to answer. Koopa begs her to say yes, please, my love, and all that. It's so weird.
It is very weird.
It's easily the weirdest part of the film, I think.
Definitely, yeah.
But she is looking at the window and starts declaring, oh my God, I'm so happy. This is the happiest day of my life. And Koopa's like, oh my God, it is? Is it really? But no, she's looking at the window because she's seen the arrival of Mario.
With a smile, too.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Oh, you're so happy?
I have been waiting for this moment for so long.
You have, haven't you? Almost forever, I guess.
And now you've finally come to rescue me, Mario.
Yes, he finally came to rescue Mario?
My king! A strange-looking ship is approaching.
Koopa is furious and orders his troops to shoot them down, but a boat was breaking apart because they've been rowing too fast in the air. They fall and land on the cannons, destroying them. I guess that's the whole Mario thing of landing on something.
Yeah.
Koopa drags Peach off with the priest to continue the ceremony in a sealed room. Mario and Kippadango give chase through a tunnel. We get platforming sections here, even like some 2D level stuff, which was odd. Like the fiery rings. Before they end up in a a lava room with fireballs and the Goombas and mocking them. Meanwhile, Luigi is following behind, digging for gold and trying to find his way with his pickaxe and shovel.
Now's my chance.
In fact, it's Luigi that ends up saving them because he ends up flooding the tunnels by accident. I don't know, hitting a pipe or something, and the water flows into the lava room, cooling everything around and filling it with water.
I think it's quite funny how it's like this. Luigi always seems to save Mario at some point, doesn't he? Even in the game, sort of. So
I liked it. I like this. I like how they got to this resolution and this.
Yeah.
This though causes the room now to collapse. Meanwhile, the wedding is going ahead as we're up to the ring exchange. And Koopa's ring for Peach is so big it kind of sits on her arm like a bracelet, and she refuses to wear it. Though now the rest of the castle starts to collapse, which interrupts the wedding. When the smoke clears, Mario and Kippadango are left on a platform. Peach comes out of the rocks, but Koopa arrives shortly afterwards, grabs her and attacks Mario. Kippadango tries to fight too, as Peach now tells him to run away, having given up on Mario rescuing her. It's like, just go, save yourself. Kippadango reminds Mario to use the weapons. He eats 2 of them. He eats the mushroom and the flower, but doesn't manage to eat the star. As we then randomly, in this insane moment, have Mario stop everything he's doing and basically pull out a bowl of ramen, pour some Mario branded stuff on it, and eat that.
Yep.
It's an ad for one of the fucking products they were selling.
What's that for? It's sort of like Wayne's World.
It is, but like it is exactly that. It was so weird. I had to watch it twice to make sure I didn't miss what I was seeing.
Oh, Mario.
Okay. Oh, it's a Mario sprinkles. I love these. Nom 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 nom.
Watch out, Mario.
Take.
Koopa attacks. The star is lost, it seems. Peach begs Koopa to spare him and a promise that she will marry him. Mario tries to argue against it, but is way too hurt now. And weirdly, right, because you're expecting Koopa to go, okay then, deal. Koopa's like, nah, because he could be a problem for my future. Like, if I marry you, Mario could still be a problem going forward, so I'm going to kill him. And I was like, that is some logic, man.
Proper, yeah. We actually have a villain who's using his brain.
Yeah, he's like, well, look, if I kill him, I can still force you to marry me.
Exactly.
But, like, if I don't let him live, he's just going to recover, maybe get the star, and then come and fuck me up.
Yep.
And I'm like, what the hell just happened?
That's a proper villain.
Insane.
Yeah.
But Luigi comes out of a hole in front of Mario, gives him the star just as Koopa crushes him. It's too late now as Mario is super powered and easily defeats Koopa, swinging him around and sending him far away in a blaze of fireworks. It's funny, elements of classic Mario stuff is used later on because, of course, this is how you often would defeat Bowser, Koopa in some of the later games.
Yeah, Mario 64, definitely, yeah.
Same as Odyssey.
Yep.
Ow.
Let go of me. Let go of me.
Koopa's spell is now broken and the Mushroom Kingdom returns to normal, including Peach's castle coming back. She thanks him and Mario returns Peach's necklace. Putting it back on, Peach reveals another legend. All these legends. One that says, are you ready for this, people? One that says she'll meet a prince who is wearing the same necklace and marry him. Mario then tries to pretend that he has a necklace at home, which the Luigi ruins for him and denies. So Mario insists, look, I'll go find it. I will find it and we'll be able to get married. And weirdly, Peach is like, oh yeah, good idea. Like, she is proper tricking him here.
Yes, yeah.
Kippadango now reverts to his true form, Prince Haru of the Flower Kingdom. Looks fucking weird.
Weird, yeah.
The animation on him is odd. Haru explains that he is Peach's fiance. He has the other necklace, and Koopa turned him into Kippadango to marry her in his place. What? You didn't want to mention this at any point, Peach? And the only other thing I think of is that Peach was unaware, which then makes Haru just as bad as Koopa.
Yes.
Are you?
I am the prince of the neighboring Flower Kingdom. My name is Hal.
So you're Prince Hal.
When I came to see you, Koopa's magic turned me into a dog.
This means the princess's real boyfriend is...
Mario, Luigi, thank you.
Mario faints through heartbreak, but does wish the couple well because he is a hero. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
That's it.
There we go.
Peach is a bit of a player.
She looks. It does kind of look like she played Mario for a bit of a fool here, but also like Haru's a bit of a mug.
I know.
Yeah. Leaving and saying their goodbyes, they promise to return if they're ever needed. The Hermit appears and calls them the Super Mario Brothers. As the credits roll, Mario and Luigi make the long trek home. Did you watch to the end of the credits?
No.
You missed the post-credit scene!
Oh, for God's sake. I always do that, man. I always do it. What happened at the end of it?
There's a post-credit scene in this. It is as simple as this, as King Koopa and his minions are being forced to work in the brothers' grocery store as punishment. And the lady comes in.
I'm going to have to watch that now.
Yeah, that's it. That's the final post-credit scene. Always check.
Always do it.
I did it with Lara Croft Tomb Raider. I scrubbed to the end to make sure I hadn't missed anything. There it is, folks. That is the first ever Mario movie. One of the first two ever video game movies. A very strange, very unusual, very silly, very amusing, and dare I say, entertaining video game movie adaptation called Super Mario Bros. The Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach. I liked it. I'm putting that out there. I didn't think it was great. I didn't think it was particularly clever or anything like that. Well, I liked it.
I'm going to say probably it might be controversial, but yeah, considering what was this? What 86?
86.
So 86. It's better than bloody half a year was.
Right. We should add that, bear in mind, we did watch this 4K restoration.
Yeah.
So the quality is extremely good. There are issues in place, but there are issues as we talk through this, whether it be poor dubbing, poor song, vocals, some odd animations here and there, and so on. But the restoration has done an incredible job of this.
Of course.
I think if we went back and had watched the original 1986 one, we might have different views on it. So I do think that's the case. But yeah, as a quality movie, like in the rankings of video game movie adaptations, compared to a lot of the trash you've watched,
it's up there.
Maybe that was helped by the fact it's only like 62 minutes. Yeah. But that still feels particularly long, and a lot happens.
Yeah, well, I mean, for an anime film, it is quite long.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm just glad that when I put it on, it wasn't like Tomb Raider, 2 hours.
Yep.
So when I saw it was only like 1 hour and 1 minute, I thought, yeah, okay, that's bearable.
Favourite bit? Or weirdest bit that's made you go, that's so fucking weird, and this made me laugh?
Weirdest bit, I suppose it's going to be the whole wedding scene in the end. That's probably the weirdest bit. Favourite bit, I suppose in the jail cell is quite funny. Now Mario's daydreaming and Luigi's up and down the hole, and then he breaks the gate again for some reason. But yeah,
there's some good stuff like that. I think the ending. I think the reveal of Prince Haru and all that deserves a special mention just because of how it makes Peach look and all that. But I also think the opening. I think the opening is so whacked out that there you will decide if you're going to watch it.
Yeah.
After watching the initial TV sequence and all of that, I reckon you'll either go, nah, this ain't going to be for me. Or you're like, no, I'm going to keep watching this. I'm going to keep watching and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's just me or I've not played Mario in such a long time, but I did not recognise Hero at all. The dog,
I don't know.
I don't know if it was in the first one, the original
No,
game.
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know either.
Yeah,
I really don't know on that front. Because there isn't a story. There's like a deep-seated story in the second one and anything like that. And obviously the second game was late. Everything was later, so we've only got the original. It's probably just characters that were created for the popularity.
Yeah, and they weren't used.
For merchandise, but were never part of the game, but were part of the grander Mario world.
Yeah, because you don't hear this prince at all for going forward, do you?
I'm not sure. I'm not playing every Mario game.
That's
the
thing.
thing.
Yeah,
So maybe utilised on other stuff.
Yeah.
There it is. What do you reckon? You got any thoughts on this weird little odd gem? You know what to do. Let us know in the comments.
Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please help us out by giving us a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. If you really liked what you saw, consider donating to keep the website and channel running by buying us a coffee via our coffee page or picking up some merch from our Big Cartel store. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as via our social media, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, as well as listen to our interviews via SoundCloud, Apple Music and Spotify. Just search for GBHBL. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?